Bonjour, bonsoir, ma petite chérie. Dear friends, welcome to JCB Alive. Why we alive? We are Jameson Rescue in the heart of Napa Valley with the famous Monica Stevens. And dear friends, we're about to discuss something so exciting. But I think we should be on four legs.
Yes.
Because it's much better to be with the animals closer. How many of you know how much we love pigs? You remember Wilbert, who we still have, and that's the ladies. But now we are in the pig kennel.
Yes, we are.
In Monica's second home.
Yes.
Woo! Woo! Look at that baby.
We're with Striker and Tiny.
Woo! And they love 69. I know I love your beautiful hair, Monica. You look gorgeous, but we need a little refreshment. It's warm. In a few days, it's Thanksgiving.
I'm parched.
And we are with one of the most interesting women ever of Napa Valley. So, Monica, cheers.
Cheers to you.
It seems like I'm proposing to you.
And the pigs.
I love it. I've always wanted to be in a pig kennel. So, dear friends, I hope you're noticing that we're truly in the kennel together. And Monica has started. I might as well lay as well, you know. Here we are.
Down with the piggies.
So, Monica, tell us about where we are and what you founded in 2014 with your husband, because this is truly brilliant.
Thank you. We are at headquarters of Jameson Humane in Carneros, the beautiful AVA Carneros. We're at the mouthpiece or the gateway to Napa Valley. And we're on 4 acres, and we have 90 animals, and we bought this property in 2018, and we really wanted to get started with the bigger discussion and the bigger solutions to how do we do better by these animals, these sentient beings.
That's right.
So we have 9 species on the property.
Aha.
Goats, cows, horses, pigeons, cats.
I'm not
dogs.
leaving alone today, I guess.
No. We have your van parked out with lots of animals we're going to put in there. And these little piggies are just another story of what we do and how we do it. And just blessed. We have the support of the Napa Valley and all the wine industry. Everyone loves our work. We're very well known for our disaster response and preparedness work.
Yes.
And many, many other things.
So, Monica, to you and your husband, how did you get your passion for animals?
As a little girl, growing up in Chicago, I was one of 7 children, and there was just something, animals spoke to me. I was always saving them, whether it was a little ant on the ground or a dog that my mom thought we could sneak up into my bedroom. So it's been part of my heart and soul.
Is it
forever.
one of your dreams to have done just this
Yeah.
7 years ago?
Yeah.
Quite
and what
amazing.
better place to do it, right? You know,
For
Napa
sure.
Valley magic happens, right?
Well, and to have great soil, great terroir, we need great animals, right? They're part of it.
That is correct.
And I could see you love rabbits too. Look at this gorgeous ring, Dylan. Look at that.
My bunny bling.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With beautiful little sapphire as an eye.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
And we have bunnies too. Bunnies are one of the animals that we rescue and help. And yeah, it's pretty special.
So what life did you have before you did that? Share with our friends, because this is pretty amazing. You follow your passion. You
Yeah.
created this in 2014.
Right.
But what were you doing before that?
So my husband David and I started a wine shop. We were in the wine industry. David's been in the wine industry for 30 years. I was riding on his coattails when we opened a beautiful wine shop called 750 Wines in St. Helena.
That's right.
And that's where...
On Main Street, dear friends. That's how we first met.
Yes, yes. And that's where this all started is... You know how benevolent the valley is, and I thought, wow, we have to do something special. Everyone, we're doing well at the shop. We wanted to give back, and giving back to the animals in an agrarian setting was pretty special. And guess what? All of our visitors to the valley, they pretty much like wine and animals. So
That's
the
right.
conversation, the donations, all came in because people align themselves with great wine and the love of animals.
And why do you think Napa Valley is so welcoming to animals? And as a follow-up question, why should we all be extremely engaged with animals.
I think
Those pigs make me thirsty. They're so exciting and warm. I could feel their heat behind me. Ooh.
he's trying to get to you.
Well, it's a male, so he has no chance. The female are on the other side.
We're going to go there now.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be all over you. Yes. I think Napa Valley is just a special place where people with big hearts, compassion,
Yes.
and I'm not sure how it all came to be, but there's a whole different attitude about animals and humans and well-being here than any other place I've lived.
Which is so
Don't you
exciting.
agree?
Not only I fully agree, but I believe there's a resurgence of all of us coming back to the 18th or 19th century principles that we in one world, animals, insects, bees,
Yes.
all of it is one world. And we, collaborate, coexist, and feel the necessity to be with one another. I've never seen so many people having so many different kinds of animals in their homes. I mean, take our home. I call it Gina Arch of Noe because of the Arch of Gina, because we have, I think, 22 kinds of animals.
Oh my goodness.
From llamas to alpacas
You have
to
your
goats
own
to
rescue
sheep.
ranch.
It's our own rescue ranch and we love it. And I think the biodiversity, the biorhythm that they create on the estate is magical. It's all organic and
I agree
biodynamic
with you.
anyhow.
Yeah.
But they contribute, don't you think?
They do. And then there's this whole idea of COVID brought to us about animals, the abuse of animals, or animal agriculture and climate change. So Jameson starts thinking about all of that. So we want to protect the animals.
Yes.
And then we also want to tell people, climate change and animal agriculture are related. And animal neglect and animal abuse, somehow related as well.
And that happens still.
It's, every day. And so our voice is getting louder in that respect. We
Yes.
started out as a rescue. David and I thought, we'll be bringing in animals and adopting them out. We'll have our friend, JCB over and we'll have champagne. It's gotten much bigger. Now we understand all the problems going on.
Yes.
And even with dogs and cats and spaying, neutering, and overpopulation.
So give us a true sense of that, because I think what you're doing is not only magical, but powerful.
Yeah.
You have the charm of those beautiful blue eyes, and as well an incredible voice in the valley that resonates all across. And we'll talk about one Appaloosa in a moment, but
Great.
tell us first about why it's so important for so many people all around the country and the world, as he's eating in my mouth, in my hands now, look.
Beauty.
Oh, he needs affection like all of us.
He does. He
Does-
seeks it. Look at you.
Look at
His name is
that.
Tiny Tim. Hi, little.
Isn't he cute?
He's so cute.
And he doesn't have
Pretty
big
blue
teeth.
eyes. He has pretty.
Well,
Yeah.
takes them from you.
Yeah. Oh. Hi,
Look
buddy.
at that.
And these
This
are the-
one is really JCB-ish in his patterns, huh?
Yes.
Great.
He's got quite a personality.
Hey, by the way, why do pigs move their tails like that? They
Happy.
always. Oh, it's
They're happy.
happiness.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they are happy.
So when Dylan moves his tail, that means he's happy too.
Super happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So give us the true necessity of doing what you're doing, and how and why it's so important.
So there's several things going on at once. One is being a voice for the voiceless. So a lot of animals are subjected to cruelty, unthinkable cruelty and neglect.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to get in there and let people know this is going on. The other thing is we need to help people in our community that love their pets but can't necessarily afford a spay neuter or vaccinations or taking them to the vet. So we've got all these categories of people. By and large, people are very good to their animals, but there's that percentage that is not. So we're here to be their guardians.
And I was recently reading that we've never had as much pets around the planet. You mentioned obviously the last pandemic,
Yes,
and I say last because we hope it's
never
over.
again. Yeah,
And people have never adopted so much, right?
right.
Give us a sense of what's happening here at Jameson and maybe Napa Valley, just as an example to the rest of the world.
Well, what happened with the Napa County Animal Shelter is the shelters were pretty much cleaned out of dogs and cats
That's right.
during the pandemic. And then all kinds of, we had ponies being adopted, chickens, piggies. People were home. They wanted to, maybe they were isolating and they wanted to be with a creature that would love them unconditionally. So there was a huge range of adoptions. Now, the challenge is people going back to work are starting to return those animals.
Really?
Yes, which is, it's atrocious to us. So what we're doing, Jameson's able to jump in. People might be returning them because they never trained them.
I see.
All these bad habits, right? And they're going to work and they come home and the house is torn up. So they'll call Jameson and we'll send a behaviorist over to help them out. Because
You call him a behaviorist?
Behaviorist.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Yeah.
What we want is to keep people and their pets together.
That's right.
So they can stay as a unit, but also so they don't go to the shelter. Because now the shelters are now becoming full again. But another reason they're becoming full is because the vets could not operate and all the spaying and neutering that was going on all over slowed, came to a halt, and now there's overpopulation again. So it's this dynamic of back and forth. And we just finished a clinic up in Lake County and we did 50 animals in one weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was 1,000 applicants. 1,000
That's
people
amazing.
want.
So
Crazy.
what's your, and maybe I want the world to see your beautiful legs, so maybe you we should
Sparkly
sit
legs.
here. So you can enjoy another wine of ours because we pay tribute to animals, as you know.
Yes.
I know you can finish your bubbles, so I trust that you will do that very quickly. Yeah, let's give it to the pigs. Maybe a little JCD
I
69.
wanted to
Here
see
we
if
are.
you would drink
Would
a
it be
little.
nice? So, tell us about that more precisely as far as how it works. The process of adoption, or even before someone adopts, pre-selection of, you said it, 1,000 applications.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so 1,000 people wanted to get their animals spayed, neutered, and we couldn't do it. But if someone wants to adopt, say you and Gina wanted to adopt,
Which we have, as you know.
I know, you already have, yes. So we're out at the farmer's market with our animals on a weekly basis, or people find us on our website, and then they fill out an application.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're pretty hardcore. And the application's 4 or 5 pages, as you know.
Wow,
Yeah.
5 pages.
And then we do a home check,
Mhm.
making sure that we understand where the animals are going to be, and then we make them sign an adoption contract. And the whole thing is, if someone needs to give it up, they know they can give it back to us.
That's right.
No questions asked. We want it back. And that's the process, and it takes, and we'll adopt in different parts of the state, because we have partners all over the country.
Really?
Yeah. So that home check's super important, so we just call up one of our partners.
And do you as well manage requests? Let's say someone wants an alpaca, as an
Oh,
example.
right. Sourcing animals for people.
Sourcing animals
All the
from other
time.
shelters around
Yes.
the country, you do that
All
too.
the time. We have a great group on Facebook, and
Yes.
there's this great activity. One of our team members, Jenny, is involved in it, and she is on it. And if someone's looking for a cow, or some chickens, or a llama, or an alpaca, or a pig, then she's in touch with all these resources.
Dear friends, who wants a pig? I may be tempted for a female. We're going to go there shortly because I think Wilbur needs a girlfriend. Or 2.
We got the perfect girl.
Maybe he
name
needs
is
2
Taffy.
because it's always better to have 2 than just one.
That's
I hear.
right.
You know, so Wilbur, if you're
Sharing.
listening, I know Wilbur is with us, so
He's
we'll
tuned
bring
in.
you a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Now, with animals, what can they expect from the shelter in general? So you adopt an animal, and what's the process then? How closely you follow the animals over their
Absolutely.
lives?
So we want to be as involved or not as they want. A lot of people, the critical part is the first month.
Yes.
They got to get assimilated to the family, to the new routine. So our adoption counselors and our managers are always in touch. And folks love to send us pictures and stories, which is beautiful, but we want to know that the animal is assimilating. So we are very much in touch with them at least the first month, sometimes every day.
So
until
you
they're settled.
talk to the new family
Yeah.
and you go and see the animals
Yeah,
as
go
well?
see the animals.
That's great.
And then it's a checkup once every 3 months for the first year, and then maybe once a year.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all the animals we've adopted out for 8 years.
And you don't have to be from Napa County or Napa
No.
Valley to basically adopt an animal
No.
here.
Trying to
Very
think of
cool.
where's our furthest away. I think we adopted in Texas.
Wow.
Yeah, people
Those
wanted
fabulous
dog.
people out of Texas.
Texas, yeah.
I love
They
it.
love my
Cheers.
country. Cheers.
I have a very important question.
Yes.
Extremely essential. Is why in the world of the US, and I don't mean it as a divisive question, in France you bring your pet at the restaurant table, at the
Yes.
dinner table. You often see an older gentleman or lady having her dog, her miniature pinscher or French bulldog or what have you at the table. We started Frenchie Winery. You know how much I love dogs.
I
We
do.
have 5 dogs. And I offered Frenchie to Gina in 2007, and he's a legend. He has his own winery. We really build a whole area for dogs. So when their parents come and taste wine, the dogs is comfortable. If they live in
Unbelievable.
Oakland or San Francisco, what have you, they can bring the dogs, feel comfortable, the dog is taken care of. Why are we so difficult on regulations as far as bringing animals
To
part of our daily life?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a really great question. And including rentals.
That's right.
So that when we get a little bit more down the road, that is something we're going to take on is the whole rental thing because people have to go get their animals certified to be an emotional support dog or emotional support cat.
That's right.
And they just want their baby with them. But I agree with you. I wish there were more. It was more lenient.
And what's your recommendation there? Because I think it's so charming and so cute and emotionally fabulous to have your dog or your cat or maybe, why not, your miniature pig
On a harness.
to
yeah.
be with you and to hang out.
At a restaurant.
And I'm a big fan. Recently in London or in Paris, you know what we're doing now is reestablishing city parks where there are sheep and goats and the community, gets together.
Isn't that fabulous?
What do you think of that?
I love that. I mean, the more people can see those animals and touch them and be up close with them, the less they're likely to eat them.
That's right.
That's the way I think about it. You touch a pig, hard to eat a piece of bacon.
So are you saying no more bacon for
No more
America?
bacon.
You're up to a big challenge here.
No. Will you take that on with me?
That I'm not sure, but I would forever love our pig. So you've been a vegan for a long time.
10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and a vegetarian 25 years before that.
So what would you serve with this beautiful white? Made by another great lady, Stephanie Putnam. Look at
Indian
this.
food.
Indian
This
food.
is beautiful.
Isn't it?
It's beautiful. Yeah, I think some beautiful Indian food with curry. Because
Great
it's got
idea.
a little bit of zippiness to it.
Absolutely. So when you think of animals, when you think Jameson Rescue, what are your objectives at this stage?
Can I go back a little bit? Because
Absolutely.
I think when we started, we really thought we were going to be a rescue and adoption center.
Yes.
And that was true to what I thought needed to be done. Now we, for lack of a better word, we are really a solution-based center.
Yep.
Because between pandemics and wildfires and the resurgence of overpopulation and animal abuse and neglect, Jameson's become the regional resource
Yeah.
to answer these problems. We just got a call. I know you love horses. We just got a call.
Yes.
Awful. Like some person died and left his 6 horses, and the family wants to send them off to auction, which means code word slaughter.
Yeah.
So the niece called us and said, "You have to help us. We can't I can't. These are my uncle's horses. I can't let them go to slaughter.
Well, that's
Stuff
great.
like this
You
is
have a
happening all the
solution.
We do.
Yeah.
So we get calls from all over the area, and I love that people think of us that way. Napa thinks of us that way, and when the fires started, we are the ones that they call.
So the voice you want to be,
Yes.
or you are already, but you'd like the world to know, is
Yes.
to be this exact centered. What, if you summarize, what's your voice really within the community, within Napa, within California, within really the world of animal lovers, and more importantly, community solutions?
Such a great question. Such a long answer, but I'll be brief.
You don't have to.
I think
We have time.
I think the main things that we espouse are, first of all, we want people to know that animals, humans, and the planet are connected.
Yes.
There is no doubt. So if people realize that, they'll understand more about why climate change is happening, and why animal agriculture is a bane in our existence, and why humans have to do something different. Go eat plant-based food if you can, 1 day a week. But we also want to instill upon people compassion.
Yes.
Compassion is really for all species, not just dogs and cats. You have to have compassion in your heart for all these little creatures.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Now on that, do you feel, and you mentioned plant-based,
Yes.
which I'm a big fan of, obviously,
Yay.
naturally, and for years. What is your view about the evolution of food in America, or in the world at large? Because it seems that we've never evolved so fast, which is very positive, into plant-based diets, into measuring the amount of water and sustainable resources a cow may use, or all what we do within the world of pure meat. So do you think we've shifted now?
I think we have, and I do think the pandemic had a couple of silver linings, and one of them was people understanding, and when they saw, like on the news, what was happening with the pigs when the pandemic hit, and no one could be there to take care of them. Or we're in a drought in California, and the cows require a lot of water. So it's through these Mother Nature moments
Yes.
that we get better. But there is a rise in plant-based food production.
That's right.
I think it has increased, I wish I had this statistic. I'll get back to you on that, but I think overall we are on this trajectory of no return. It's moving.
Well, it's exciting.
And there's money out there at JCB.
Yes.
Silicon Valley is funding a lot of women
That's right.
in plant-based food products.
Well, one of your close friends makes fabulous cheese.
Miyoko, she does. One of the best.
And I got to tell you, I'm adamant on my cheese. If there's something, I would be tough. And we did an amazing tasting.
The chive cheese.
Yeah, oof, the chive. And the smoke harder cheese was incredible as well. Yeah.
And there's the Beyond Meat, Ethan Brown. There's Oatly milk. There's all kinds of ways anybody can start their journey.
I just wish the
tomorrow.
stock of Beyond Meat was going back up a little bit because, it's been a tough one. I suggest, dear friends, we go now on another topic, but I feel femininity will be much better for me. So we need to move kennel, and we're going to go
To
with
the
the
girlies.
ladies.
Going to the
We're going to go
ladies.
wild because Frenchie Red
Oh, up next.
really likes ladies too. So we're going to go on Wine Appaloosa question and how we raise funds in order to make this amazing place not only sustainable but growing and more welcoming for more animals. So Monica,
Here we
let's go.
Let's go.
Monica, I've never had so many ladies at my feet.
Dragging their booty.
I'm living the dream. Dear friends, I'm with Monica, as you know, the founder of Jameson Phenomenal Rescue. And you can see that those lovely girls have been well fed. Do you want a glass of wine? Do you want to try it? I'm going to fill it to the top because
See if they drink it.
maybe she'll try it. Do you want to try, my baby?
Oh my
A little bit. Yeah, she loves it. Yes! Yes! Hey, Cabernet based, Frenchy wine.
They
Oh,
love grapes.
look at
Oh
that.
my God.
Oh, I
boy.
love it.
Oh, they're all going to be
Yes!
sleeping this afternoon.
Hey, this is a party. We told you JCB Live is fun.
Oh my God.
So,
Love
dear
that.
friends, why wine? One, because we have Frenchy Winery,
Yeah.
where we encourage everyone
She's
at
our
Raymond.
mascot.
Oh, for sure. Hey, oh, you see, they want more.
Oh my God. The
Oh
word,
la
everybody
la
does. The
la
word is
la
out.
la.
The word
This is so
out.
good. Hey, I have 5 girls with me, including Monica, 6. This is heaven. This is orgasmic. I'm literally in heaven being with all those
Oh my God.
girls.
Oh.
So,
Come on.
if someone wants to, wow,
Adopt a pig.
maybe I should try to have one. Oh, I deserve one. No, here she is. So, if someone wants to adopt one of those beautiful girls, how does that work?
They give us a call.
Okay.
And should I say our number?
Absolutely.
It's on our website, but it's not.
415-215-2964. That's my number. I'm looking for adoption.
707-927-3536. And we'll just get the conversation started, tell you how our
But is there a
process
cost
goes.
associated to it or no?
Yes.
How
yes,
much is it to
yes.
adopt one of those?
$300.
Oh, that's not too
No,
bad.
it's not bad.
Does it come with food for the first night?
Of course, and a little bed.
Hey, what
No
about if I
blanket.
commit to 2 girls right now?
Really?
That's it.
Wow.
Ooh la la.
Wow, on camera.
Hey, do I need to fill an application?
No, we already have you on file.
Perfect. I'm on file.
Yes, he's on file because you've already adopted.
I may stay in the cage for adoption. So Wilbert, who, as you all know, is a lovely,
He's
irresistible
lovely.
pig, needs company because he's with the sheep, he's with the goats,
Yeah,
with the dogs. They get along famously.
I bet.
But lately, Wilbert needed more space than being up at the house.
Yes.
So we have him with the other animals. He's loving it, but he needs girls.
He needs little friends
I know.
of his own kind.
So which one shall I take?
I'm gonna,
And I'm going to bring them as a surprise for the ladies this weekend. And so, dear friends, you could do exactly what Gina and I just did. We've adopted 2 pigs. It's going to be a lot of
Taffy
fun.
and Apple.
Taffy and Apple. Done! Where are they?
This is Taffy,
Ooh, she's so cute.
and I think this is Apple.
God.
But we'll, is Casey around? Yeah,
We'll manage.
yeah.
So,
And I'll bring them over.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
So,
Oh
we
my
have 2!
goodness.
It's going to be a ménage à 3. Shall we do 3 girls rather than just 2?
Oh my goodness.
Let's do 3.
Oh
Because
my gosh.
ménage à 4 is much better than ménage à 3.
Better
And Frenchy
number.
wine is very good. So we'll do 3 ladies.
And we'll pick out the ones that get along the best. Although you can see they all do.
I can live my life through Will, but he's going to have a harem. I have 3 girls at home.
You're
Honoré,
surrounded.
Joséphine, Grace, Antoinette, and Gina. So he needs 3 girls
He
too.
does.
So 3 more
And
girls
there
on
you
Rockwood
go.
Hill.
And all happening here right now at Jameson.
That's it.
3
live.
adoptions.
So, dear friends, Monica started one of the most incredible
Thank you.
phenomenal auction to help Jameson Center. And this is very important. You all are part of this at some stage. It's called Wineapalooza. She's been in the wine world for decades. She knows everyone in the country who makes phenomenal wine. She's been promoting the valley beautifully to the world, sold her operation, started this,
Right.
and created one of the most amazing charity in Napa Valley. Tell us about this, how you started, and all of it because everybody needs to support it.
So Wineapalooza is, it has been named the Wine Spectator top wine auctions in the country. And this year, June 25th, will be our 9th Wineapalooza. We are hosting it at a famous, the Beckstoffer Farm Center in Rutherford. And we hope to have fabulous folks like you pouring wine.
I want her. She likes Louboutin shoes.
Oh.
Hey, Christian, I hope you're watching.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Got good taste. And we gather the best vintners in the valley. We have a pet parade. We have a incredible wine auction. Fritz Hatton is our auctioneer.
The best.
The best. And
God.
we raise lots
I'd
of
like
money
to
for
see
them.
him here on 4 legs. I will bid for that one. Maybe naked, just for the sake of it.
That could be a wine auction.
Maybe we don't want to see him
Lots.
fully naked, really. Maybe just a
Just a
tight
little crown.
boxy. Fritz, are you okay with that? Hey, the key is to have fun doing what we do,
That
right?
is right. And Fritz is fun.
Oh, the best.
He is the best. So, and then we have a special gathering the night before at an undisclosed location that everyone invited to Winapalooza will be going to that. It's up on Pritchard Hill. And I understand, are doing something very special with us for Winapalooza.
Always.
I don't know if I can talk about it. But.
Well, in 2 weeks, we welcoming phenomenal bidders. You know, the Thompson family, who are amazing.
Oh.
John and Sandy, thank you.
Yes.
Who are great friends and incredible supporters of Napa Valley, who bought
They are.
a great lot, and we're going to welcome them and a few other friends with
Thank you
Gina
for that.
on Wapo Hill. And they'll get to see
The babies.
the babies, Apple and
Taffy.
and what's
I
the
think
third
Maggie. Maybe Maggie.
one? Yeah, I like Maggie.
I
She
think-
was the one eating my shoes. Ooh.
But Winapalooza is pretty spectacular because it's become as known as one of the most fun wine auctions in the country, and it's about the animals.
That's right.
And there's a pet parade,
That's it.
and
Pet
Fritz
parade.
leads the pet parade,
Of course.
and he sings. I forget her name, but he sings "I Love a Parade," and he brings all the animals together. So it's a big celebration. We raise lots of money to keep this operation doing all the good work it does, and we're going to be talking about our disaster response center that we're building in the back of the property. And this will be a regional center for Sonoma, Napa, and Solano. And it's going to be the nexus when in our next disaster, people will come together here at the property and we will dispatch people to rescue the animals.
It's very important because I need to tell
Okay.
you a side story. You panic when this happens. With the fires, we had over 50 animals at the house.
You panic. Yeah.
And what do? And we, had a
Monica.
plan, luckily, and we have Joe Papendic and Jose Dueñas, who are amazing, taking care of the animals. But we really had a plan, and it requires a plan
Thank
when you
you.
have pets and animals. When there's fires or earthquakes or floods or whatever you experience, you think we were going down the hill on Wapo Hill, a few hundred yards, and the lady says, not only the dogs, but we need XYZ to come with us. So I went back with the car and loaded more animals in the car, and they went out of the property and we saved them. And luckily the fires never crossed. But you think of your animals as well, whether it could be chickens, whether it could be horses, llama, cows, pigs.
They're all important. And so we have come up with a solution to that is this great network of people. And the network headquarters will be based here.
That's amazing.
So people just have to call the hotline if you need help and you don't have enough trailers.
That's right.
You do because you're prepared, but there's people that don't.
Yeah,
And they're going
absolutely.
to call here and we're going to be able to help them.
So tell us how much you've raised since you started Winapalooza.
I would like to say probably close to, $12 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, in 6 or 7 years, yeah.
And
But
you're going to
think-
build a center here on this 4-acre estate?
Yeah.
That's
Centers
exciting.
And education.
Highway 12, Highway 29 juncture. Not
Right
about
here.
real estate, please.
Isn't that nice?
So you should all stop as you go and tour your wineries. Can people stop by and
Yeah, they just have to
say
call
hello?
me. I'll give them a great tour, and it always is accompanied by wine.
Love that.
Yes,
And if you want Frenchie, you can find it here, right?
that's right.
Maybe we'll do a trade in addition, right? Animals and wine together.
Oh,
It's
I
the
like that.
best.
And this is
Ever.
appropriate to have at the
Well,
ranch.
Frenchie,
Yes.
look at this. So, final big question.
Yes.
What's your dream now?
My dream is to build out the ranch.
Yes.
Build it out, not only the disaster center, but the whole ranch. I don't want it to be fancy. I want it to be functional. And I want people, like you said, you're coming into Napa Valley because you love wine and you love animals. I want your first stop to be Jameson. And so once we build this out, it's a $10 million project. Once we build it out,
Yes.
we will be open to the public and welcome all of our friends and families to the ranch.
They want wine. Frenchie will be proud.
Oh my goodness.
So, a great stop. That's
Great
great.
stuff. And then, yes, and you learn more about how we can be better to animals, educate people on these little creatures are friends, not food. And that's important that that message gets out, as well as adoption and our disaster program. So that's my dream. It's been my dream since we bought this property to have it built out.
Well, and you are on your way. Can you believe, dear friends, from one profession to the other, charismatic woman. By the way, does it help to be a woman?
I think so.
I think it's a great advantage.
I think so.
I'm going to be reborn as my seventh life as Marie Antoinette Monica Stevens. Is that possible?
What a compliment. Love it. Look at you with the glass. All
Well,
the goodies
you know,
in there.
I shared it
love
to the
you.
ladies, so I don't want to take it away from
Yes,
her.
look at them. They're like, more friendship.
So now, Monica, the
Aw.
big question, and I know they love you, so this one stays with you.
Yeah.
She made too big yet for Wilbert, you know. We
Yeah.
don't want to intimidate him at
No,
first.
he needs
So we'll take the other
the
three.
little.
So, dear friends, call if you want any animals, any adoption, do it. Monica, now, big statement to the world. We are around Thanksgiving, can you imagine? And we are in 2021, embarking into a new, hopefully phenomenal year, 2022. And
I can give
what's
you my
your view
request.
that everyone should do, or want to do, or may do, or wish to do?
Try eating a plant-based meal 1 day a week. 1 day a week. If everyone could do that, we would bring down animal suffering and animal neglect. Like, so large you can't even imagine. And climate. The climate problems, everything would drop. Everyone out there, all of your amazing millions of viewers, everyone went plant-based 1 day a week only. Watch what would happen. That would be my wish, my Christmas
And
wish.
I did it 5 days a week, dear friends. Not only I look better, don't you agree? And number two,
Amazing.
I lost a lot of weight, so it has a lot of advantage to this.
And healthy. You haven't been sick, have you? And you don't sleep. You
never.
operate on 3 hours
Well,
of sleep
because
right
I'm
here.
surrounded with beautiful girls. Monica, thank you.
Thank you,
This was a lot of
JCJ.
fun. Jameson Rescue. Highway 12, Highway 29, Napa Valley. That's where we are. And if you lost, come and see those three girls
Yeah.
up the road on Silverado Trail. They'll be there by the end of the week.
Thank you. And be kind to animals. Thank you.